Good evening, students. So, in the previous lecture, we discussed about the NoSQL, right? So, what is NoSQL, why we use it, or when not to use it. So, I think that is clear to all of you. So, this NoSQL is getting more and more popular. Why? Because of distributed environment provided by this NoSQL, and because of availability and scalability of the database, right? And various famous companies like Google, eBay, Netflix, Amazon, Facebook, Yahoo, all these companies are using this NoSQL database, and even they are having their own NoSQL databases, right? So this Amazon, like Facebook, have the Cassandra, right? So there are various types of databases that will be generated by these companies, right, for their own purpose. And these are open source also. You know meaning of open source?
So when no verification and no permission is required.
Yes. So that means they are not for commercial purpose, right? Open source technologies like one of the operating system is Linux, right? So that is open source. That means that can be used for any study or the research purpose. Like Oracle is not an open source. Microsoft is not open source because we have to pay for that, right? It is commercial version. So this NoSQL are open source technologies. Now, as we discussed in the early phases of our DBMS course, we heard of the one term, that is schema. So what a schema is? The schema is what? Which describe the table, right? Like a student. Student is the table name, and what are the attributes of that students? That will be in the schema, right? So in the case of RDBMS or DBMS, we are having the concept of a schema. But the NoSQL database has schema-less data models, right? So as in relational database, you cannot add a record which does not fit the schema, because the records depends on the relation. So if the relation is a student and you are adding the record of another relation, so it will not be possible, right? You need to add null values to the unused item in a row. What do you do if you are not inserting the value for the particular data item or attribute? You have to insert null value, right, for unused. And we should consider the data types, that name is a string, integer, roll number is integer, and age is decimal, suppose, number. Okay, so we have to specify that thing. Or you cannot add multiple items in the field. As you know that there is a concept of multi-valued attribute, but multi-valued attribute will be treated in relational database as separate table, remember? So you cannot add multiple items in a field. So for that you have to create another table like primary key and foreign key and join, normalization, these all concept which you learn in the previous part of this course. that will be used in the relational, right? But in NoSQL data models, so in this image, you see the two parts. The upper part related to the SQL database. Next, lower part is denoted to this NoSQL database. So NoSQL database have the data models like column family, graph, document, and key value pairs. So NoSQL database are divided into these 4 categories, right? So what is schema-less data models? In NoSQL database, there is no schema to be considered. There is no fixed schema that we are storing this attribute, that attribute, and that is combined with another attribute of another table. There is no fixed schema considered. There is no unused cell present in the case of NoSQL. There is no data type implicit, right? Implicitly things are treated, and most of consideration are done in application layer, that is of the TCP/IP. We gather all items in an aggregated form that is called as document. So our part in this is the relational model in which we have the tables, and tables are combined using the primary key and foreign key, but lower part is the representation of schema-less data model, that is document. And document is a collection of things. That is the way NoSQL database is treated as. Aggregated model, as discussed in early, there are 4 data models, major data models like key value pair, document based, column family, and graph based. So there are 4 categories, right? We study in this slide in the lower part. As per the representation, column family is represented in columns. Graph based data models which use graph terminology. Graph, you remember, I think. Precedence graph, you remember that? Graph have nodes and the edges. Edges represent the transaction and nodes represents the what? Am I right? Nodes represents what? What node represents?
Vertices.
Vertices represent what thing in precedence graph of transactions?
Number of transactions.
Vertices are transactions and edges are what? Instructions, conflicting instructions. You remember that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that type of thing is utilized in this data model, aggregated data model graph. Another is document. Another is key value pair. Okay. So there are 4 categories of data models in NoSQL: key value, document, column family, and graph. And as we discussed in the early pages of DBMS course, that SQL is one of the languages which is available in all the RDBMS software packages. You remember that? So SQL, structured query language, is a standard, or we can say that available in all the DBMS software packages like Oracle, MySQL, right? But here, each database has its own query language. Is this clear? That means key value pair, key value model, data model have their own query language to access the data. Document, column family, and graph, right? Now, categorization of NoSQL database on this. So there are 4 parts in this. Are you able to visualize? this part is what document based data models. Clear? And these are the MongoDB, RavenDB, and CouchDB, and many more. There are a lot of softwares. Okay, this is what column family data model. That means these NoSQL database follow column family. These NoSQL database follow document model, right? So Cassandra, Apache HBase, these are the example of column family. And there are many more to be known, right? Graph-based data model is Neo4j. And key value pair is React, Redis, Project, Walmart, right? But in this, we must have knowledge of at least one of them, like MongoDB, we must know Cassandra, we must know React, we must know and Graph and Neo4j, right? So one by one, we start with the data models, key value, then document, then column, and then graph. Today we discuss that thing. Okay. So some theory portion is there. Then we will go to one, right? Clear? So first data model is key value data model. It's the simplest NoSQL database, right? The main idea is to use the hash table. Hash table, you know meaning of hash table?
Yes, sir.
Can any Neha, can you explain what is hash table? Yes, Neha. Yes. Okay, so the main idea behind this data model is the hash table. So hash table have hash functions. So hash function, on the basis of hash function, we store the values, right? In the form of key value pairs. Okay. So this is one of the data structure. Take it in more detail, study this thing in more detail, okay? And it is a part of data structure. And why hash table is used here? Because the complexity of this is very, very low, order of 1. We can say that order of 1. Do you know meaning of order of 1? That is constant time. The searching is very, very easy in hash table, right? That is constant time. Like if we say order of n, that means what? N number of times we are, if we want to search something, then we have to search it for n number of times. For example, we are having an array of 10 numbers. Okay. So if we want to search 9, so how many times we have to check?
9 times.
9 times, right? That means n times we have to check. That means first we check for first position, then second position, then third position. And in this case, the things are ascending order. It may be that it is not in ascending order. Then we have to check for each and every element. So the searching of any element in this array is order of n. Is this clear? But in case of hash table, it is order of 1. That means in constant time we can access the things, right? So for more detail, you can study in data structure about this. So access data or value by the string called keys, and data has no required format. Data may have any format. So that is the flexibility we are having in this model, NoSQL database model, that the format is not fixed. Any format we can store, right? So data model is what a key value pair system. Okay, and the basic operations are insert key value, fetch key, update key, and delete key. These are certain basic operations. So if you want to see that how the things are stored, look at this. So what is the car data we want to store? So we have the keys 1, 2, and the attributes, they are stored in this. Like first key, we stored what? Make Nishan, model is this, color is this, right? So there is no fixed format is used, like make is Nishan, model is Pathfinder, color is green, here is this. Look at this. Second one, we have this color, we have two colors, blue and green. So can you imagine that we have increased the data? Here we are having only the 4 things. Here we are having what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things. Can you imagine? Can we do this in the case of RDBMS? No, big no. Because in RDBMS, the model is or schema is fixed, static. Clear? So in the key value pair model, the data is stored in the key value pairs, and it is designed in such a way to handle the lots of data and heavy load on the network, right? So key value pair database actually store the things, right? In the case, if we want to access, just a minute. So there is a flexibility that we can have the dynamic schema, right? And if we want to store the things in the key value pair, then hash table is used where each key is having unique value, and the value can be stored in the form of format like JSON format. JSON format, I think you know about this term. JSON format, BLOB format. BLOB, very large binary object or binary large object. Clear? And the string format. JSON format, BLOG format, string format, JSON, JavaScript, object notice, right? So for example, key value pairs can be contain like a website associated with the any values. Okay. So this way. So this is the example of key value pair. So this is your key and these are the values. So this value is actually the collection or the dictionary, or we can say that associative array. Okay. Which is the schema less. Schema less means there is no fixed schema. Okay. The example of key value pairs are the have you seen previous example? Key value pairs, React, Redis, right? So these are the example of key value pairs. Okay, so next data model is what? Column based. That means things are stored in the form of columns. And column is the lowest or smallest instance of the data, right? So column oriented database works on the columns and based on it is based on the big table paper by Google. Okay. So Google has given one paper that is of big table. So that is column label is based on that. Column family data model is based on that. Right? So it is a tuple that contains a name, a value, and a timestamp of that, like this way. The columns are there, right? So every column is treated separately. Every column is treated as separately, this way. Clear? And values of single column database are stored contiguously. Right? So data is stored in the form of column. Column-based NoSQL database are widely used to manage the data warehouses like business intelligence, CRMs, library and catalogs. HBase or Cassandra are the example of that. And Cassandra is the software developed by the Facebook. And you imagine that Facebook is using that thing, Cassandra. Okay. So for MySQL, what is MySQL? MySQL is RDBMS if data is greater than 50 GB. So write average is 300 millisecond and read average is 350 milliseconds. If it is rewritten with the Cassandra, so write average will be reduced to this much. So that is the benefit of these type of data model which follow NoSQL databases, right? This Cassandra software. Cassandra is the example of column family data models, which is based on columns. right? Next is what? Graph based. As you know, graph is actually the connection of vertices and edges. So based on the concept of that theory, these data models are designed. So a graph type, actually a database stores the entire as well as the relation among those entities, right? And edge given is the relation between the nodes, and the entity is stored as a node with the relationship as edge. So it is scaling vertically. There is no clustering in this, and we can use graph algorithm easily, because as we have a lot of graph algorithm like BFS, DFS, depth first search, breadth first search, so that will be applicable easily on this graph database model, right? So these persons are looking like nodes, and their connection are the edges, like this one. So data is actually connected in the form of vertices and edges, right? Is this clear? Graph-based model is successfully used in the case of social networking, logistic, and spatial data. Neo4j. Neo4j is an example of graph-based model, right? Next type of data model is document-based data model, which is a pair each key with the complex data structure known as data structure. Indexes are done via B tree. That is again a data structure. So B trees are used to manage the document based structure. Document can contain many different key values pairs and key arrays pairs, and which are even nested form. So documents can be nested. So this is your document which is having person, first name, last name, address. Person value is there, last name, then address. Look at address. Address is nested, street and street. So street have two values. That is nested, right? So this way the key is there and document is there. Right? And the example is MongoDB. So document based data model is MongoDB, right? Now, what is the CAP theorem is? CAP theorem, which is also called as Weaver's theorem, and it is state that it is impossible for a distributed database store to offer more than 2 out of 3 guarantees. So what is guarantees in the database handling, which is in distributed environments? First one, C stands for consistency, A stands for availability, and P stands for partition tolerance. So what a CAP theorem is, that it guarantees 2 things from among these, 2 out of 3. So in the distributed environment or the NoSQL database, CAP theorem will be applicable. So what a CAP theorem is, look at this. CAP theorem is consistency, availability, and partition tolerance. What is the meaning of consistency? You very well know. What is the meaning of consistency? The data should remain consistent even after the execution of the operation, right? As we discussed in the ACID properties, the sum before the transaction and after the transaction must be same. So that consistency will be there. Availability, the data should always be available and responsive. It should not have any downtime. That means availability. And third thing is partition tolerance, means that the system should continue to function even if the communication among the server is not stable. Like means if the servers are not stable, they are not connected throughout the time, then even then we are getting the data. So among these three things, consistency, availability and partition, CAP theorem says that it must guarantee at least two. So in RDBMS, we must have what? CA, consistency and availability. In case of MongoDB, that is document based, HBase and Redis, that is consistency and partition tolerance. And availability and partition tolerance will be in CaosDB, Cassandra, Dynamo and React. So it depends on situation, what type of things you want to do. You can choose that thing. Like suppose you do not consider the consistency, at that time you can use this CaosDB, Cassandra, Dynamo and React, right? Is this visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
As you know that in case of uh, uh, transaction like which is money related transactions, so we must require what? Consistency, right? So at that time we consider this one. If we are going to make certain website like social networking site, so there is no such consistency required, only availability and partition tolerance is there. So we can use these softwares, right? As you know, the Facebook is using Cassandra, right? Amazon is using Dynamo DB. Okay.